Good morning, YouTube. Got a funny story and a quick update for you. First of all, funny story. Was driving the bus earlier this week, and one of my little kids was very not happy about going to school. You could see as soon as I pulled up to the stop, he was fighting with Daddy. He did not want to go to school. And the whole time he was on my bus, he's just scowling, pouting, I'm not going to have fun, no, That looks like that looks like crap. Anyway, he was really pouting. He was just having a bad day. So about halfway through dropping off the other schools, I look back there and I say, "Now, that's a real good scowl back there. Now don't you dare smile, because you can't smile at school." And boy, I started talking like that, and you could just see his mouth. His mouth is just. Finally, he's like. So that's my funny story for the day. I like making the kids laugh. I love it when the kids have a good time on my bus. So anyway, now for a little bit of an update. Last weekend, or Monday, Tuesday sometime, I caught a bug. Man, I caught a big bug. Just sinus pressure, and I haven't smoked in a week. And I just nasty little sinus cold, and I hated it. And last night was bad. It was really bad. And we ran out of vitamin C. And we went to the store. I was going to get some vitamin C. And I'd always heard about the airborne stuff, that airborne medicine, it's vitamin C and herbs and vitamins and minerals and other stuff, developed by a teacher to keep her from getting sick all the time because of the kids. And I thought, well, that's probably exactly what I need, don't you think? So I started looking at it, and I went ahead and got a bottle of the airborne chewables. You get less tablets for more money, but this was $6.82, I think, at my Walmart. You get 32 tablets. The vitamin C's, you got 40 tablets for $4.80 something, right? But if you got to looking at it, each tablet is 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. The vitamin C tablets are only 500 milligrams, so it's actually a better deal to get this. And I took this last night. I came home first thing, and I popped a max dose. They said, up to 4 at a time, never more than 12 in a day or something like that. But, yep, 1 to 4 tablets, repeat as necessary, no more than 12 tablets per day. So I went home and I took 4 tablets. And, man, you could feel that the flush you get when you have too much orange juice or whatever. Man, my face just was burning all night long. But I woke up feeling a ton better. So I don't know if maybe it just broke on its own, but I think it's kind of coincidental as broke the same night I took that. So anyway, if you find yourself getting sick, or if you're around people sick a lot, maybe that may be a good little thing to have. But so all right, now on to the blacksmithing update. I finally found a hammer. I looked at a lot of hammers online, and for one reason or another, I just didn't like any of the ones that I was looking at. I was like, well, whatever. One reason or another, I didn't like them. But I kept forgetting to look at Sears' website to see what they had. Finally, I remembered to look at Sears' website. And I found this 40-ounce, 2.5-pound cross-peen blacksmith's hammer. And I tell you what, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but this is one big reason. You can't see it. But you'll just have to take my word. Right there says made in USA. That alone would have just about got my purchase. So it feels good. It looks good. I've gone ahead and dressed the face of it and the cross peen. I need to do a little bit more work on the back side there, but did the face of it like modern blacksmiths showed with the flap disc on an angle grinder and all. And now I'm looking forward to go and hit some stuff with it. Yeah, but not sure that's going to happen. I was gonna go out tomorrow and fire her up and do some blacksmithing tomorrow, but I just looked at the weather, and tonight's low is supposed to be 6 and the high is supposed to be like 23. So yeah, I know it'd be warmer standing around the forge, but I'm not inclined to go out in that kind of weather at all right now, especially not feeling the way I'm feeling. But Anywho, on other blacksmith news, I also got myself a proper blower. It's just a bathroom fart fan, just like, you know, Modern Blacksmith. I like his videos and stuff, just like he said. You know, it's got a 3-inch little 3-inch output and a handy little plug right there, just a regular old plug. Just plug her in. I'm gonna find me one of them extension cords they sell for Christmas trees with the foot switch on it. That way I can just hit it with my foot. That way I don't have to take my hands off nothing to turn it off and on. Just hit it with my foot. Turn it off and on. I bought a 3-inch articulated metal elbow, and it connects perfect there, and it connects perfect to that little pipe I put onto the side of my forge for my blower. It fits just absolutely perfect. So excited about that. Can't wait to go see that. See how that works. Got a little piece of little 3-foot little rod of steel to work on. I thought, you know, the idea is to eventually just to start doing mostly the scrap stuff, but I figure while I'm learning, I'll eliminate as many variables as possible and just keep it as simple as possible. So I bought a piece of steel to fool with, but very excited about that. Now here's another funny story. I'll end it with another funny story. I went into Walmart Tuesday because we wanted to get a printer. We had one before and we quit using it and ran out of ink, and we didn't buy another one. We sold it to a friend, and oh well, you know, then we find we want another printer. So, and before I get into the funny story here, here's something that's not commonly known. You know, we buy HP printers. We buy HP printers because the ink cartridges themselves have the print nozzles. Now, another printer brand like Epson or something like that, the print nozzle is built into the printer. So when it gets clogged, you're just screwed. But with the HP, you get a new print head basically every time you buy a new cartridge, so you don't have to worry about it getting clogged, which is great for people like us who don't sit and print pages and pages and pages of stuff every day with our printer. But all right, now here's the funny part. So I go to Walmart. I'm going to pick up a printer. I find the cheapest one they got. It's $29. I'm like, all right, that looks good. $29. Okay. Well, you get to looking at the box, and well, there's no USB cable included with it. And yeah, I know most people probably have a drawer full of USB cables, but we gave ours away when we sold the printer, you know. So I go looking at USB cables. The cheapest USB cables they have are $15 now. I can't believe USB cables are that high. It's like, holy crap. So I was like, well, let's see. $29 for the printer, $15 for the cable. Well, that's just about as much as the all-in-one, you know, that does the printing, scanning, and fax, or, you know, the printing and scanning and copying, excuse me, printing, scan, and copy. So that's the same price as that one. So I got to looking at that one. And I was like, well, that's cool. We would use the scanner and the copier occasionally, so I get to looking at that one. Well, that one doesn't have a USB cable either. Like, well, crap, it was $49. I thought, well, shoot. $49 plus $15 gets you up to about $65. Well, that's about the same price as the all-in-one wireless one that does not need a USB cable. I thought, well, heck, you know, we're going to use it. We'll go ahead and buy that one. So I get the wireless printer, scanner, copier. I get that in the cart, and I'm looking at the box, and well, wouldn't you know it, that the wireless one comes with a USB cable. The ones that need a USB cable don't have it. The one that doesn't need it does. Is that crazy or what? So I walked out with a $70 printer that includes a USB cable that it doesn't need. But hey, that's neat though. I don't have to connect my printer to the computer anymore. Just hit there and hit print, and there we go. But anywho, hope y'all are doing well, and we'll be seeing you again soon. Bye.